Hi everyone and very good morning to everybody. Let's continue the session. A uniform rod of length L is held vertically on a horizontal floor, fixing its lower end. The rod is allowed to fall freely on the ground. Look at the question here. So this is the ground, my dear children. So this is the rod. This is the rod of length L. This is fixed here. Andre, about this axis, the rod will rotate like this. A uniform rod of length L is held vertically on a horizontal floor, fixing its lower end, and the rod is allowed to fall. Rod is allowed to fall. Andre, we have just pushed here. Initial velocity of the rod is 0. Find its angular velocity at that instant of reaching the ground. So it will reach the ground. So this is the ground, right? It will reach the ground like this. After some time, the rod will come and fall on the ground like this. What is the angular velocity? They are asking. When any body is rotating about an axis, there is an angular velocity, right? So what is that angular velocity of the rod? They are asking. Then the linear velocity also, the linear velocity with which the tip of the rod falls to the floor. So linear velocity also they are asking, and this linear velocity finding is so simple. It's r omega, and we will be finding omega here. E omega illi substitute madidre namage sigutte. All right, and how to find that omega? That's important part now. All right. Here I'm just going to use law of conservation of energy here. What is law of conservation of energy? Initially, the body possesses potential energy. The rod will possess the potential energy. So now I can say the loss in potential energy is equal to the gain in kinetic energy. Initially, potential energy is maximum. Finally, potential energy is 0. Initially, kinetic energy is 0. Finally, kinetic energy is maximum. So, initial potential energy is mg into h. I told you. H you should write for the point masses. When a point mass is taken from the ground to some height, the potential energy is m into g into height. But here, this is the continuous mass distribution. So, the length of the rod is L. So we should take the height is L by 2 from the ground. Andre, the center of mass is our reference point from the ground. So the center of mass will lies at a distance L by 2 from the ground. So which is equal to gain in kinetic energy. So there's no linear kinetic energy or translational kinetic energy here. Here the kinetic energy is rotational kinetic energy. So that is half into I into omega square. And look at the interesting thing. mgl by 2 is equal to half into I. Moment of inertia of this rod is how much? Just WhatsApp me right now. Just to WhatsApp me right now. Length of the rod is L. Length of the rod is L. And the rod is fixed at one end. What is the moment of inertia of this rod? Write it in WhatsApp immediately. So the moment of inertia of the rod is ml square by 3, my dear students. Will you agree with this? So ml square by 3 when the rod is fixed at one end and rotating into omega square. That omega square we are going to find out. So ml, one m and one l cancel. 2 also cancel. Right? So what is left? So G is equal to L by 3 into omega square. So from here, what can I write? Omega square is equal to 3G by L. So from here, omega is equal to root 3G by L. That's it. That is omega. So we also want to find the linear velocity, my dear children. And linear velocity is equal to r omega and v is equal to r andre. So this is the radius of the circular path. So this is the circular path. Okay. So this is the circular path. What is the radius? Is it the length of the rod? Yes, length of the rod into omega. So v is equal to L into omega is root 3g by L, and I can write v is equal to root 3g L. That's it, right? This is v, linear velocity. I hope you understand this, and they're very important, and lot of concepts are involved here. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Anyway, I'll share these notes with you. Don't worry about it. And next question is this one. And there's no now the concept we'll discuss. A small concept we'll discuss, my dear children. So we all know about angular momentum, which is denoted with the symbol L. So what we know, dl by dt is equal to tau. Rate of change of angular momentum is the tau. Okay. Now, if tau is equal to 0, for example, if external torque is equal to 0, then what happens? So then can I write a dl by dt is equal to 0? When this dl by dt will be 0? When this L is constant. Yes or no? When this L is constant, so then only dl by dt will be 0. L is constant. Okay. And this L, I can write it is mvr. This I can write m into r omega into r, and this one mr square omega. Observe carefully. And this L I can also write mr square andre I, and this omega as it is. L is equal to I omega, which is constant, And this I omega is constant andre. I is inversely proportional to omega. So from here I can write I1 by I2 is equal to omega 2 by omega 1. So from here, I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. So this is the very, very, very important expression, my dear students. So which is called a law of conservation of angular momentum. Law of conservation of what? Angular momentum. When there is no external torque acting on the system, the angular momentum is constant. Angular momentum is constant andre. I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. And this we can also write it I1 into 2 pi by T1, which is equal to I2 into 2 pi by T2. And let's solve few applications related to this, my dear children. Let us solve few applications related to this. And how simple those applications are, let us look at it. Fine. How simple those applications? Let's see. The number one application. Number one application. So simple. So I is inversely proportional to omega. That means what? When moment of inertia is more, angular velocity will be decreases. Okay. So imagine this is the ground and this is also ground. So there is one person who is rotating like this. So there is another person who is rotating like this. Look at here. So here is one person rotating about this axis of rotation, and there is another person rotating about this axis of rotation. So the question is, who can rotate faster? Who can rotate faster? That's a question. So faster, it's all depends on the moment of inertia, and moment of inertia is equal to mr square. So this is also the basic expression, you know. The moment of inertia is mr square. Look at here. And from the axis of rotation, the particles are distributed so lengthy here. From here to here, the particles are distributed. And from the axis of rotation, the particles are distributed very close here. So in this case, moment of inertia will be more. In this case, moment of inertia is less, because moment of inertia is equal to mr square, right? M andre mass of the body, and r is the perpendicular distance of that particular body from the axis of rotation. Look at here. So imagine these are the dumbbells in his hands, and this dumbbell is at a distance far from the axis of rotation. This dumbbell is at a distance very close from the axis of rotation. So agagi, moment of inertia is more in this case when r is more. When moment of inertia is more, angular velocity will be less. So e case alli, the person rotate slowly. You might have observed the people who are doing the gymnastics, right? And the people who are doing the circus, who are doing the dance movements. So in all those cases, when they keep their hands far away, they rotate slowly. When they are trying to close their hands towards the body, towards the axis of rotation, when they bring the hands towards the axis of rotation, and their speed will fast, then the rotating speed will be more. So this is the first application that depends on a law of conservation of angular momentum. And the second application, I'll tell you, my dear students, listen carefully. This is the Earth, whose radius is capital R, mass is m. Now this is the Earth. So the radius becomes r by n. So mass remains same. Understand? So by keeping the mass is constant, so Earth shrinks to the radius r by n from the radius r. Look at here. Earth is shrinking from the radius r to r by n by keeping the mass is constant. E case alli yen agbeku. That is very important, my dear students. Here the concept of the time period will change. So here the time period is T1, which is 24 hours. So here the time period is T2. What is the time period anta keltare? Okay. Now, by applying law of conservation of linear momentum E case alli, what will happen? So I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. First case, moment of inertia of the solid sphere, it's a 2 by 5 mr square into omega 1 is 2 pi by first time period, which is equal to I2 andre second case alli moment of inertia. It's 2 by 5 m into r enagide, r becomes r by n. So that's what I'm writing here. R becomes r by n whole square into 2 pi by T2. Right? 2 by 5 m, 2 pi. 2 by 5 m, 2 pi. R square, r square. So what is left here? 1 by T1 is equal to 1 by n square into 1 by T2. And most importantly, T2 is equal to, what can I write? T2 is equal to T1 by n square. A very, 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 very important. Right? So for example, if your n value is 2 uncoolly, radius becomes half, a radius becomes 1/3, whatever it may be. So then T2 is equal to 24 hours divided by 2 square and 4. And this is a 6 hours. Means the time period of the earth becomes 6 hours when its radius is half without changing the mass. Okay. ಈಗ ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ radius of the earth is increased to nr. What is the expression for the time period? That's a question. Simple. E formula only we'll use. Only this formula I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 1 will use. And T2 expression you need like this. In this form you need. In this form T2 expression you need. Okay. Clear? This is about second application, and the first application is about the person who is taking the dumbbells and rotating. Let's move on to the next question. Look at here. This is rotational kinetic energy and this is translational kinetic energies. You know, half mv square, and this will become half into I into omega square. Yes, mass will be replaced with moment of inertia. Velocity will be replaced with the angular velocity. Illi nodri, half mv. From where you got this half mv? So this expression I can write half into mass into velocity into velocity. Look at here. This mass into velocity, I can write it as linear momentum into v. Yes. So from here you have got this. So here the linear momentum is replaced with angular momentum. Yes, L. And linear velocity is replaced with angular velocity, omega. Okay. Now, kinetic energy is P square by 2m. So many questions also we have solved in this. In work, power and energy chapter, kinetic energy is equal to P square by 2m. And this P will be replaced with angular momentum. Mass will be replaced with the moment of inertia. Okay. Look at here, students. Tau is equal to dl by dt, and this d by dt is equal to L andre I omega, and tau is equal to I constant d omega by dt is alpha. Very, very, very important. Based on this only in JEE exams or NEET exam, the question will come. Most probable question can come from this chapter is from this formula. Tau is equal to I alpha. And in the same way, you know, acceleration is equal to dv by dt, and this I can write d by dt of r omega when r into d by dt of omega andre alpha. So acceleration is equal to r alpha. Look at here, very important here. The relation between linear acceleration and angular acceleration, A is equal to R alpha. The relation between torque and angular acceleration is tau is equal to I alpha. And I can also write this tau is equal to I into alpha. This alpha, I can write it as A by R. Understand? So this A by R from where? See, from this alpha is equal to A by R. Okay. Now, this is the problem just now we have solved, and the neat solution I need. A neat solution I need. Neat, N-E-A-T, neat. Okay. Now, the angular momentum of rotating body is increased by 20%. What will be the increase in rotational kinetic energy? So I have given you a shortcut to solve this problem. 200 plus x into x by 100. Right? In work, energy and power, we have solved the similar problem. So this will be 200 plus x andre 20%. divide into 20 by 100 and tell me what is the answer. You get it. Okay, so what is that? So percentage change in rotational kinetic energy. So final rotational kinetic energy minus initial rotational kinetic energy divided by initial rotational kinetic energy into 100. This is what our required answer here. That you will get it by using 200 plus x into x by 100 formula. Okay, I hope you are all are following, and let's move on to the next one. Look at this. A thin circular ring of mass capital M and radius small r is rotating about its axis with angular velocities omega. Okay, first case ali there is a ring whose mass capital M and whose radius is small r, and it is rotating. It is a ring, right? So its moment of inertia is mr square. Two objects each of mass small m are attached gently to the opposite ends of the diameter of the ring. Okay, the same ring, ega, two small masses are attached here gently, andre without any further force acting for this rotation. And here also radius will not change, and the mass of the ring also will not change. So E case also it is rotating ante. So E previous case ali rotating with an angular velocity omega, and E case ali moment of inertia yenagattama, it's a capital M plus 2m total mass into r square, and angular velocity S2 E case ali anta idare. So you know I1, I2, you know omega 1, and you should find omega. What is the concept we should use here? So I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. There is no external torque is acting on it. Law of conservation of angular momentum is valid. I1, it's mr square into omega, which is equal to I2 capital M plus 2 small m into r square into omega dash. That omega dash we are going to find. So r square cancel. Okay, and omega dash is equal to m omega divided by capital M plus 2m. This is the answer. So you can see this is the question asked in 2010 JEE mains exam. Okay, and this is the frequently asked question from based on law of conservation of angular momentum. Yes, that's D. Look at the one more question here. A door of moment of inertia 4 kg meter square. So given moment of inertia is 4 kg meter square. It is at rest. Okay, it is at rest, Andre. I can say initial angular velocity is 0. You should not say velocity 0 because it is rotational motion. When a torque of 2 pi Newton meter act, okay, torque is given 2 pi Newton meter. Find its angular acceleration. Okay, angular acceleration we need to find, and also find angular velocity, final angular velocity after time t is equal to 1 second. So they are talking about the torque and angular acceleration. Immediately you can write torque tau is equal to I alpha. Torque is 2 pi into, 2 pi, fine. So 2 pi is equal to I is 4 into alpha. So this is 2 ones and it is 2 2. Alpha is equal to pi by 2 radian per second square. Pi by 2 radian per second square. Okay, that's alpha. Now Angular acceleration we have got. Angular velocity, if you want, we know angular acceleration is equal to change in angular velocity by time. So here, so omega f minus omega I divided by time. Omega f divided by time is 1 second because it is 0. So omega f is equal to alpha. Alpha we have got it as pi by 2. So omega f is equal to pi by 2 radian per second. Okay. So look at this question, my dear students. Look at this question. A very important model. 3 stars, very important model for the higher level exams, maybe in the NEET exam or in the JEE exam. Very important model. A wheel of radius 0.4 meter. Yes, this is the wheel whose radius is 0.4 meter. Can rotate it freely about its axis as shown in the figure. Okay. A string is wrapped over its rim. See, actually there is a string is wrapped like this. A string, like a rope will fix, right? A rope will rotate for this disc. And a mass of 4 kg is attached. Yes, it is a 4 kg mass. It's given already. 4 kg mass is attached to it. An angular acceleration of 8 radian per second square. Angular acceleration is given 8 radian per second square, and radius of that particular wheel andre discama. So that is given 0.4 meter, and the moment of inertia of the disc is always mr square by 2. Okay. Now, the moment of inertia, yes, the moment of inertia of the wheel we should find out. Remember, whenever this type of questions comes, you should follow the few steps. Number 1, the first step is the free body diagram of this you should draw. So 40 newtons will act downwards and the tension will act upwards. And this will be moving with an acceleration A like this. So free body diagram, if I apply, 40 minus tension is equal to mass into acceleration. That acceleration is the linear acceleration, my dear. And you have the formula for the linear acceleration and angular acceleration. A is equal to R alpha. Then pit ko bit. Understand? A is equal to R alpha. So you have R alpha. So what is that R alpha? A is equal to R, it's 0.4 into alpha is 8. Yes, acceleration is equal to 3.2 meter per second square. So this acceleration you can substitute here. So 40 minus t is equal to 4 into 3.2. So now 40 minus, what is that? It's a 12.8, which is equal to tension. So from here, so tension I can write it as 27.2 Newton. Good. So tension we found that the concept is moment of inertia. Moment of inertia, torque is equal to I alpha and the expression is there. Right? What is this torque here? See this. This is the axis of rotation. So R bar cross F bar, look at here, R bar cross F bar. R bar ee kade irutte and F bar ee kade irutte. So R bar cross F bar andre R into tension, which is equal to moment of inertia into alpha. So I is equal to R into tension by alpha. So what is R? It's 0.4. What is tension? 27.2 divided by what is alpha here? So have a look at it. What is alpha here? Alpha is already is given 8. So if you start solving, you will get 1.36 kg meter square, my dear students, like this. 1.36 kg meter square. So look at here, you can also solve. So like this, the numericals will be asked and the concepts will be asked in some theoretical questions, right? So this is how the chapter will be discussed, and tomorrow the class, the chapter will be finished. Okay, just revise all the things whatever we have discussed so far, and practice, keep on practicing. All right, and bye bye, shining off, and see you in the next class.